Hi there. It's November 29th and time for Proverbs 29. Let's jump over there. Get right into it. More warnings and instructions. A man who hardens his neck after much reproof will suddenly be broken beyond remedy. Yeah. If you refuse to learn anything, that'll happen. When the righteous increase, the people rejoice. But when a wicked man rules, people groan. Lots of that going on in the world, huh? Getting towards the end, it seems. A man who loves wisdom makes his father glad, but he who keeps company with harlots wastes his wealth. Yeah, we know somebody like that, don't we? I'm not going to mention who. The king gives stability to the land by justice, but a man who takes bribes overthrows it. Wow. Sounds a lot like our current president. A man who flatters his neighbor is spreading a net for his steps. Right? You say good things to people, and they remember. By transgression, or thievery, or evil doing, an evil man is ensnared. But the righteous sings and rejoices. The righteous is concerned for the rights of the poor. The wicked does not understand such concern. Right. Let's highlight that one. Scorners set a city aflame, but wise men turn away anger. A lot of that went on the last couple years, huh? When a wise man has a controversy with a foolish man, the foolish man either rages or laughs, and there is no rest. Right. Just don't argue with these people. Huh? You can tell. Just walk away. Men of bloodshed hate the blameless, but the upright are concerned for his life. Yeah. A fool always loses his temper, but a wise man holds it back. Got that? Let's highlight that. Yeah. Hold it back. That's something we can pray for. If a ruler pays attention to falsehood, all his ministers become wicked. Got that? The poor man and the oppressor have this in common. The Lord gives light to the eyes of both. And we've read this before. If a king judges the poor with truth, his throne will be established forever. Right. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but the child who gets his own way brings shame to his mother. Wow. A lot of that going on today. They stopped disciplining children. You can't go to the grocery store. Some kid screaming in a cart, and you see kids in the cart screaming and carrying on, and what do you always think? Mother. What's wrong with that mother? When the wicked increase, transgression increases. But the righteous will see their fall. Right. Lots of transgression going on nowadays. Correct your son and he will give you comfort. He will also delight your soul. Right. Discipline your children. When there is no vision, the people are unrestrained. But happy is he who keeps the law. A slave will not be instructed by words alone, for though he understands, there will be no response. We don't have slaves nowadays, but do you see a man who is hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Think before you speak, or don't speak at all. He who pampers his slave from childhood will, in the end, find him to be a son. That can be good or bad. An angry man stirs up strife, and a hot-tempered man abounds in transgression. A man's pride will bring him low, but a humble spirit will obtain honor. Yes, I always like that. Always be humble. He who is a partner with a thief hates his own life. He hears the oath but tells nothing. The fear of man brings a snare, but he who trusts in the Lord will be exalted. Right? Let's highlight this part right here. Make that pink. Yeah. Many seek the ruler's favor, but justice for a man comes from the Lord. Got that? An unjust man is abominable to the righteous, and he who is upright is in the way is abominable to the wicked. Wow. That's a mouthful right there, huh? This reminds me of a lot of people in politics, especially presidents, past and present. Yeah. So, that's Proverbs 29. Let's check out our highlights. Highlighted verse 2. When the righteous increase, the people rejoice, but when a wicked man rules, people groan. Right? Just think about the economy now. What it used to be versus what it is. And this is what's going on right here. Verse 4, the king gives stability to the land by justice, but a man who takes bribes overthrows it. Current administration, not excluded. Verse 7, the righteous is concerned for the rights of the poor, but the wicked does not understand such concern. All right. Until their money goes away, and it always does. Verse 8, scorners set a city aflame, but wise men turn away anger. Right? You go back in 2020, all the mostly peaceful protests. Right? Nothing of the sort. Verse 9, when a wise man has a controversy with the foolish man either rages or laughs, and there is no rest. There are people that just won't listen. They just won't. And you just got to turn and walk away from them. Verse 11, a fool always loses his temper, but a wise man holds it back. All right? Be wise, hold your temper. I highlighted verse 15, the rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child who gets his own way brings shame to his mother. It's true. He talks all over Proverbs about disciplining your children, and you have to do it while they're young. Like 1-year-old to 8 years old is where you set the pattern for the rest of their life. Verse 20, do you see a man who is hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Right? People that speak out rashly without thinking first. Worse than being a fool. Verse 23, a man's pride will bring him low, but a humble spirit will obtain honor. Right? Always be humble. Verse 25, the fear of man brings us near, but he who trusts in the Lord will be exalted. Right. Love it. And verse 27, an unjust man is abominable to the righteous, and he who is upright in the way is abominable to the wicked. Right? They'll say bad things about you and make up stories and put them on the news and say things that aren't true. Yeah. So that's Proverbs 29 for November 9th. We're getting towards the end. Tomorrow we'll do 30 and 31 in 2 separate videos because there's no November 31st. So. And then we'll start it over again in a new version. So, and I'm not sure what version it'll be. We'll find out. Till then, keep praying, Take these to heart. Have a good day.